Hello again, my name is Mike Ram and I am going to talk a little bit more about traffic, various observations about the human psyche. It's said that today people have an attention span that lasts about 9 seconds, and this has gone down from the middle of the 1980s when they had an attention span of about 20 minutes. So you have a very short period of time in which to get a piece of information through to their brain and to get them to respond in a positive way. Now, the analogy that presents itself to me, although it's not really the done thing these days, is to use the human body, the female body, in order to attract people. That at least gets one half of the human race there, if not the other. However, people have got a little bit wise to this sort of thing and are objecting to it. But you still have to get a message through to their brain that is the equivalent of somebody flashing their tits. Whatever it is, or a piece of sensational information that has to ram home the possibility that the person who's put this advert up there has something that may be of definite value to you, who is the person looking. Now, if parts of the female anatomy don't really go down so well these days, what does? And this, I guess, sensationalism, blood, murder, the idea that we could all be wiped out, maybe an asteroid hitting the Earth, or maybe, something else that has been done by the White House. Because at the end of the day, let's face it, sex sells. Very little else can match it in terms of compelling power. But the images just have to be slightly subtler. Used to be a popular way of getting people to stop to give you a ride on the motorway. The girlfriend would stand out in a visible space, flash her tits, the car would stop. The driver would open the door, and then the boyfriend would come out from behind the bushes and sneak into the car as well. And in a way, that's what you're trying to do as a marketer, if not literally. So your information has to be flashing its tits, and all the while your product has to be something like the boyfriend. And the boyfriend may be the thing that the person needs, but it's not what the person wants. And it's very difficult in the first place to appeal to people about what they need as opposed to what they want. So if, say, you're advertising in the weight loss space, giving them an advert which says they can basically eat as much as they like, preferably with cream on it, and loads of alcohol, then they'll go for it. Because humans, being basically lazy, self-satisfied creatures that are driven there to discover weight loss plans by fear of what might happen to them down at the doctor's. And yet what they really need is a good kick up the arse and a disciplined eating regime that doesn't involve cream or alcohol. But introducing what amounts to self-inflicted sadism as something that they might actually quite enjoy isn't maybe the best marketing message to get through to them. As I say, people need one thing, but they want another thing, and you have to get them attracted to what they want in order to get what they need. And something else comes to my mind. When you're targeting an audience, you have to know who they are for a kickoff, because it's no good trying to sell weight loss products to a bunch of skinny people or people who actually need to put weight on, because you're going to the wrong place. It sounds like, emphasizing the obvious, but you have to go with a weight loss message to where fat people are, and people who are concerned, and they may be from any walk of life. And then you differentiate further. What sort of overweight people? Are they people who are likely to respond? Are they middle-aged people? Are they women? Are they people who have enough money to buy a weight loss product? Are they even interested in it? And so you narrow down your field of focus further and further as you go deeper in. And this is called drilling down. And until you are able to isolate, as it were, your target audience and go in with the perfect marketing message to suit them. And as I say, your marketing message has to offer them a taster of what they want, but not what they need. And the chances are you're going to do this with a free product anyway, so it doesn't have to be a massive big deal. Just a piece of information in a form of a PDF or a video series or an audio series that gives them enough information for them to see that you've got a value to them, that you can offer them great information which might be of a help to them in their lives, so that they become interested in what you're advertising further down. My own attitude towards free products is that it's always interesting to get the free product, but what I'm really interested in is what the person is selling further down the line. I rarely take that much notice of a free product, to be honest, but obviously if you're actually creating free products, you still have to put a certain amount of work into it and be clever about the information you're giving. But above all, you also have to give information that's very relevant to the product line that you're trying to promote. You know, maybe a taster of the first product in the product line, the not very expensive front-end product. And I say, it doesn't have to be much. Probably the most famous lead magnet of all was created by a marketer called Eben Pagan, who is in the dating niche. And I hope he doesn't mind my using this example again, but it's dramatically clever in as much as, for shy guys, working out when to go in for the first kiss on the date, sort of like the first date, there's a very easy way of getting around it. You put your hand up to her hair just to brush her hair back a bit, and if she leans her cheek in towards your hand, you know she's ready for a kiss. If she pulls away, you know she's not. And that piece of information actually is blindingly clever and extremely useful to certain people. And your free product doesn't really have to do more than that, but it has to do that. So anyway, those are a few thoughts for you. I hope you'll subscribe to my channel and give me a like or even a dislike. And there's a free product below which I hope you'll be motivated to go and try out, as it's a very good little taster of what is later on in my product line. Anyway, thank you for taking the time, and I'll speak to you in the next one. Bye for now.